So today I want to talk about the difference between the chill acceleration mode versus the standard acceleration mode and how I use each mode. So before I jump into this video, let me show you how to get there. So just so you know. So let me turn my screen around. So this is your dashboard. You're just going to press the car. You're going to go to pedal and steering. And then you see here there's acceleration, standard, and chill, right? So if you have it on chill mode, typically, I'm not driving right now so I won't show you, but usually up here it'll say something like chill, right? So that's how you toggle between chill and standard. And sometimes when you drive and you go to this dashboard about your consumption, it'll actually say that, oh, aggressive steering may have cost you more battery life. Recommend using chill mode, right? For me, I thought that conceptually chill mode would be more efficient in terms of using my battery versus the standard mode. But what I've saw on the Tesla website is they said there's actually no difference between the chill mode and the standard acceleration mode. So for me, I wanted to test it, right? Because I'm a pharmacist by trade, scientist by trade, so I like to test things myself to see if it's true. And to be honest, I've done days where I've driven 140 miles standard range using standard acceleration, and I've done 140 miles using chill acceleration, and to be honest, there was no difference for me, right? Despite that, the chill mode doesn't accelerate as fast, and it doesn't brake as hard. Versus standard, it will accelerate faster and it'll brake a little bit harder. So that's the difference, right? So on chill mode, if you were to step on the pedal, it doesn't accelerate as fast. Versus standard, if you step on accelerator, it hits immediately, right? And then when you let go of the accelerator on standard mode, automatically your car will brake with the regenerative braking. But with the chill mode, if you let go of the accelerator, then the regenerative braking isn't as hard, right? So that's something to be careful of. Like if you're constantly switching between standard and chill mode, just know that when you let go of the accelerator on standard, it's going to brake a little bit harder. Versus on chill mode, when you let go, it doesn't brake as hard, so you may have to hit the brakes if you're used to not giving yourself much time before the next car, right? So just know that for chill mode, when you let go of the accelerator, give yourself a little bit more cushion between the car in front of you so that it will have time to brake. But let's say you're kind of cutting it close and you let go and you're in chill mode, then you're probably going to have to step on the brake, right? So that's one difference I made. And then for acceleration, like I said, you're going to have to press on it a little bit harder, and it takes a little bit more time to kick in. Versus on standard acceleration, you press on it, your car just goes, right? So I think the overall difference between the two is some people don't like that fast acceleration on the Tesla, especially if you're new to Tesla or you're riding it or it makes you like nauseous or motion sickness, then chill mode's probably a little better versus standard. If you want that fast acceleration, like if you need to pass a car, you need to change lanes and go fast real quick, that's the mode that you do it in, right? Versus chill, like I said, you're going to press on it and there's a little bit of delay. The acceleration almost feels more like a gas car, to be honest. With chill mode, and then like you said, the regenerative braking on chill mode isn't as strong, right? So just know that you have to give yourself a little more leeway if you're going to use chill mode and you let go of the accelerator and you want to brake, right? Those are the key points I want to hit. So let's go back to the point in terms of the fuel efficiency. So like I said, conceptually, it makes sense to me that the chill mode should save more electricity because you're not accelerating as fast and you're not braking as hard. But I didn't see that. Like I said, I split tested it for a week. I drove 7 days. 5 days standard, 5 days chill, 140 miles, and I noticed no difference in terms of my battery life, right? I expected to save more battery using chill mode, but it didn't. So for me, how I use the difference between standard and chill mode is, to be honest, if I'm driving myself, like if I'm on manual mode, I like to do standard so I can accelerate fast. I can, let go of the acceleration and it'll brake fast for me. Versus when I'm doing autopilot, that's when I do chill mode. So you can do this while driving, right? You can drive, you can kick your car in autopilot, let's say you're standard, and then you can just go to your dashboard and turn on chill mode, right? Unfortunately, I tried it, but I was trying to do a voice command where you press the, let me show you. You press this right knob and then just do the voice command of turn on chill mode. Tesla doesn't do that. I actually say that this feature is not available yet. Maybe one day it will be available, but I thought that I was cool and I could press it, it'd give the voice command turn on chill mode, but it doesn't work. So for me, I'll kick on the autopilot, and then at that point, I'll change it to chill mode. And for me, I thought that it was a more comfortable ride on autopilot because it doesn't accelerate as fast, it doesn't brake as hard, and it's a little bit more enjoyable versus if I'm going autopilot on standard. Um, like you said, you're especially when you're in stop and go traffic. Like let's just say like I'm on the freeway, it's kind of bumper to bumper traffic. I actually like using autopilot for that because it's a little less work for me. I just kind of sit there. But if let's just say like it's bumper to bumper traffic, and let's say a car moves up a car length, and then like if you're on standard, like your car will just accelerate and then it'll stop, and it's a little bit like jerky like this, right? But if I put it on standard mode, it just kind of like eases up into it. So for me, I enjoyed the autopilot chill mode when you're like in bumper to bumper traffic on the freeway, or when there's like moderate traffic and on the freeway, and you just want a smoother ride. Maybe you have some like passengers with you. At that point, I'd probably do chill mode so that it doesn't accelerate as fast, especially for those who aren't used to it being in the Tesla, and it doesn't like brake as hard. So kind of went a little bit all over here, but to summarize, I basically like using chill mode on autopilot when I'm in bumper to bumper traffic, so it doesn't jerk as forward and brake as hard, right? It's kind of like a rough ride like this. Or if I'm just like have passengers and I want a smoother ride and I'm on autopilot, then I'll kick on chill mode, so that, like you said, they're not shocked, they don't feel motion sickness, so it doesn't accelerate as fast, it doesn't brake as hard. But in terms of if I'm driving manually and I'm by myself and I want to like pass cars up, I usually will use standard mode, right? So once again, there's no difference in fuel efficiency. It's just a matter of preference if you like the standard. If you want fast acceleration, fast braking, or do you want slower acceleration and weaker braking, right? So it's kind of like a personal preference, and I honestly use both. There's a time and place for both. If I'm going on a super long commute and I don't want constant jerkiness, then I usually will go in chill mode, so that it doesn't like kind of irritate me when it like brakes too hard or accelerates too hard. So it's really, I really use both, right? I couldn't figure out a rhyme or reason. Like I thought initially when I saw the chill mode feature, I would use chill mode only. But after I've been driving my Tesla for about, I think 8 weeks now, I've used both, and it just really depends on how I feel that day and like my situation that I'm in. So hopefully this kind of gives you some context about the difference between chill mode, chill acceleration versus standard acceleration, and it kind of gives you some clarity in that, and like how I personally use both depending on the situation that I'm in, and it kind of helps me optimize my driving experience. So that's why I really enjoy driving my Tesla Model Y. And my girlfriend, who's always in my passenger seat, said that she enjoys the ride. She doesn't get motion sickness from it. Maybe the Y because it's a little bit taller, a little bit higher. It's not as much of a sports suspension. She really enjoyed the drive. Like I remember, I personally couldn't, when I was in the passenger of the Model 3, my dad's Model 3, I would always feel like nauseous from it and like motion sickness. So I was afraid that when I got my Model Y, I would have that issue, but actually I don't. So that was a huge surprise and a huge plus. And it's probably because the suspension isn't like a sports car. It's just more like it's a softer suspension, so that it's not as rough of a ride. So once again, hopefully you found value from this video. Let me know if you have any comments or questions down below. Love to answer the questions and engage with you guys. And please share this video with somebody who would find value from this. And please don't forget to subscribe if you found value from this video, because I like to post videos about my Tesla every Thursday. I'm calling it Tesla Thursdays. And hope to see you next one. Thank you so much.